Hey there guys, Stewart Bell from here, and I wanted to record a quick video. To be honest, this is a bit of I've got a bee in my bonnet, to be honest. Over Christmas I had a chance to kind of download and look back on a lot of what happened during the year. And there was one sort of session I had with an advisor earlier in the year. It really stuck in my mind. At the time, I tried to overcome it, I tried to look past it. And I reckon it's one maybe you as advisors have also had. And it's that point at which someone sits opposite you and says, I think you're too expensive, your fee is too high. And at the time, you know what, I kind of looked at it and I just moved past it. Well, you know, some people are going to see the fee as too much. But then, you know, in the back of your mind, you always ask, you know, am I too expensive? Do I need to drop my price? You can try and have this discipline to feel a certain way, but sometimes it even gets you. But over Christmas, I kind of sat down and I thought about it. I actually made some notes. And I realized it really pissed me off. And it pissed me off for a couple of really big reasons, you know? It pissed me off not just because I've spent 17 years learning this stuff. I've spent a whole bunch of time putting effort into the program. You know, we employ a team of people to do it. We produce great content and make it available. That's irrelevant. That's part of building a business. What really pissed me off is all the notes of things that I wrote down when I actually thought about it. You know, we have strategies on the program to, if you're applied, can enable you to increase your fees. I've had businesses overall increase their overall fees by 25%. I've had businesses double their upfront fees because they just realized suddenly that what they were doing was more valuable. They got a perspective on it. You know, I looked at it and said, is that worth more than the fee we charge for the program? Hell yeah. In year one, it's worth more. But then I think this is stuff that compounds. It keeps going in year two and year three and year four and every single new client that came on board. Some of the strategy we have on the program enable businesses to get clients. If a business comes on board and invests the money and takes the strategy and puts it to work and gets 5 new clients, that more than pays for itself in the upfront fee, as well as the ongoing. And then again, it compounds year after year after year. We have strategies that enable principals to free up 10 hours or 2 days each week through outsourcing, delegating, eliminating, automating. Now, what's the value of that to a business? Is that worth the price we charge for the fee? Hell yeah. If I had 2 extra days in my business, what would I be able to do in terms of marketing, in terms of working with my team? I've had situations where I've worked with businesses where I've actually actively, through applying some of our modules and what we work on, enable them to stop from hiring the wrong person. I once did an exercise with a client where we worked out the cost of hiring the wrong person cost that business $250,000 in wages, in lost revenue, in time to train up the new person. I've helped people introduce software into a business, which instead of having to pay thousands of dollars a month to get things done, they've been able to, you know, implement some systems for a fraction of that. So it made me realize this: when people challenge you on fees, our inclination is to, you know, drop back or actually ask the question internally. You know, is what I do worth that? But then when you're in the clear light of day, when you actually have a look at it, you realize that anybody who asks that question of you, and if you are genuine that you know you've got stuff when applied, can be applied to a situation to get a result, of which I know every single person on the program, and most of you out there, if you deep down look at it, you're working with the right client, have strategies which, if applied, not only will they get a result, but they'll get a result that'll compound and travel through not only to that person, the business, the people who are attached to that business, the family, the business services. And that's the point at which I started getting angry. Not angry in a kind of go out and, you know, wail on the wall and bang my head against the wall, but angry that I got that question in the first place. Anyway, I don't really have a point here. I just wanted to vent. Sometimes you take this stuff personally. But at those times, you should take a bit of a stock take and realize, make a list like I did in my phone. You should be looking at the people who ask, I think you are too expensive. And ask them the question, what thinks you should get the information I do for anything less? Especially if the result you're going to get is magnified by 5, 10, 20 times. Anyway, thank you for listening. I hope you're having a great week. I'll speak to you soon. Take care.